So again, 2 more Warmasters. That's 4 this turn, which is great. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls and goblins, welcome back and thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are playing Littjarian Elves. This is a Simic Midrange elf deck that is an absolute banger. I do not understand how I was able to come up with this and have it work so effectively. In today's video, we'll break down the deck list, talking about each individual card, the strengths, the weaknesses, why it was chosen to be included in the deck, moving into our strategies and synergies, discussing how all of those individual cards mesh together to form a coherent archetype. Then we'll jump into the gameplay footage, looking at our playlines and interactions, so you can see how the deck operates firsthand, also giving you a better idea whether or not you want to be spending your wild cards on this deck. Closing up, we have our final thoughts, just content plans and channel shenanigans. So, again, I thank you for your time and attention. Let's get into the deck. Of course, if you want to support the channel, and if you do find any value in today's video, I urge you to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, your family, your MTG playgroups. The more the merrier. You can also download Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant for free if you're on Windows. It gives you the latest metagame analysis, your statistic information, how do all of your decks compare against each other. You get your collection information, how much of each set do you have, and how much work do you have to do. My favorite, the Deck Advisor, which analyzes your collection personally and then will recommend decks for you to play. Absolutely amazing. Again, there's the draft helper and so much more included. So that's available to free for everybody on Windows. The download is in the description below. You can also Google Hello Good Game Linktree to find all of my latest links. Okay, Littjarian Elves is a Simic-based mid-range deck with an average converted mana of 3.0. We have 5 non-creatures and 31 creatures, so there's a lot of creatures in the deck. We have 24 land to reflect the 3.0 average here, and we do have a little bit of ramp in the deck to help us get into the heavier spells. We are utilizing snow permanents, which is great. So, of course, utilizing Faceless Haven, a snow land. We can pay 3 snow mana to have it become a 4/3 creature with vigilance. It's all creature types, which in this case, it will be an elf, which works really quite nice for us. And I mentioned that we're using, Reflections of Littjara, or, kind of preluded to it, I guess, through the Littjarian Elves deck title here. And this is a 5 CMC enchantment. As Reflections, Littjara enters the battlefield, we get to choose a creature type. In this scenario, it will be elves. And then whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, copy that spell. So this is great. We have a ton of elves that, kind of help each other out. And then if we're able to copy those elves, it gets a little bit out of hand. And before we copy the elves, we can actually even copy, something like Littjara itself through the Moritte of the Frost for 5 mana, a changeling, so it itself can be an elf. 0/0, and when it enters the battlefield, you get to choose a copy of a permanent you control, or it will become a copy of a permanent you control, except it's legendary and snow in addition to its other types. If it's a creature, it enters with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it, and it has changeling. So this is great. Obviously, we can have it enter the field as an elf, which is cool. We can copy it through the Littjara. However, we'll have to choose different, ETB effects. We can't copy the same thing twice because of the legendary rule. So one of them will have to copy, say, the Tactician, and the other can copy the Elvish Warmaster, which we'll get into in a second. But you can copy the Moritte of the Frost, but they need different targets, of course. Again, you can even use one of those targets to copy the reflection itself, right? So, you can have reflections in play the Frost on top of the reflections, copy a reflections, and then the other one can copy a Tactician. It can copy a Warmaster, which is pretty cool. You know, we even have the Bears of Littjara that you could potentially copy in here as well. But we're going to get into all of that in a second. I just wanted to really break down, you know, the reflection effects that we have in the deck first. And there is one more within the Glasspool Mimic, a 3 converted mana cost Shapeshifter Rogue. You may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature we control, except it's a Shapeshifter Rogue in addition to its other types. Like Maya just broke land speed. So of course, you know, the Mimic can come in play, copying the Warmaster, copying the Tactician like we've already kind of discussed. And again, this Mimic can be duplicated through Littjara, which is absolutely amazing. As soon as it stops spinning perpetually, she like runs back and gets it going because she doesn't like when it stops. Little bit of distracted here. So we have the Mimic, we have the Littjara, we have the Moritte. These all will help us copy other things in the deck, whether it be themselves or other stuff. Some of the highest priority copies that we have, the Elvish Warmaster. This is a 2/2, and whenever one or more elves enters the battlefield under our control, create a 1/1 green elf creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Again, we get around this with Flash. We'll discuss that later. It can be pumped for 7 mana to give all of our elves +2/+2 and Death Touch until the end of turn. And now, that may seem expensive for 7 mana, but we'll ramp into 7 mana quite easily, and we'll have so many tokens in play at that point that the +2/+2 Death Touch really does go a long way. We're also copying things like our Canopy Tactician. This is a 3/3. Other elves you control get +1/+1. We can tap it to add 3 mana, and now that 3 mana, you know, can be transferred over to the Warmaster, which is great. So these are our 2 highest priority copies, right? The more times that we copy the Warmaster, the more 1/1 elves that we'll make into the field, right? Because that's a stackable, as it's non-legendary. The Canopy Tactician is also non-legendary, so we can stack it, and then increasing the power and toughness of all of our elves by +1/+1 for each copy of it in play. So that's kind of the main objective of the deck, is to use the Warmaster and Tactician as often as we can through the copies, through the reflections, stuff like this. Filling out the rest of the deck, we have, you know, so many cool things. I talked about triggering the Warmaster on your opponent's turn, so we'll get into the Wildborn Preserver. We have 3 copies of this in deck for 2 mana, a 2/2 with Reach and Flash, and whenever another non-human creature enters the battlefield under our control, we may pay X. When we do, put X +1/+1 counters on the Preserver. The Elvish Warmaster only triggers once a turn, so we can trigger itself on our own turn by playing another Warmaster, for example, by copying it, by just playing one of our stray our stray elves. And then we can also trigger it on our opponent's turn with the Preserver, right? And, you know, that doesn't seem like that much value to cast on your opponent's turn just for the 1/1, but because we're stacking the Warmaster so many times, we're not going to be getting just 1/1. We'll probably get 3 or 4 1/1s, and then we've got the Tactician, so they're going to be powered up as well, and it is very helpful to be able to trigger the Warmaster quite frequently. Moving on to some of the rest of the filler in the deck, 4 copies of the Realmwalker, a 3 converted mana cost Shapeshifter with Changeling, so obviously it's going to be every creature type, in our case an elf. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top of your library. That's absolutely amazing. We pick elf as the type, and then we can cast basically everything from the top of our library, gaining us a form of virtual card advantage because we're not draining our hand. 4 copies of the Llanowar Visionary, a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. We can tap it to add a mana. This will help us ramp into our, you know, Reflections of Littjara. It will also help us draw a card, which is great. So, you know, the Visionary is absolutely amazing. And, you know, if you don't have a Warmaster, if you don't have a Tactician, the Visionary is basically my backup copy, in all honesty, if we are just looking to continue our own game plan. If we're on the defensive mode, we have something like the Masked Vandal, a 2-drop 1/3 changeling. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile a card from our graveyard. if you do exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. This is so valuable right now. I'm actually tempted to run more copies of it in the deck. The Great Henge, Embercleave, Annex, the list goes on and on. There are Doom Foretold. Any artifact or enchantment you can scoop out of play straight into exile, which is so very good. Plus, it's going to be an elf, which triggers your Warmaster. It will receive the +1/+1 Anthem effects from each copy of the Tactician you have. So the Vandal is of very high value. We have 4 copies of the Sculptor of Winter, a 2/2 elf, and we can tap it to untap a target snowland. So, this triggers the Warmaster, right? It receives the buff from the Tactician, plus we can untap snowland to help us ramp a little bit into those heavier spells. 2 copies of the Bears of Littjara, a 3 converted mana cost saga. Create a 2/2 blue Shapeshifter creature token with Changeling, right? That's just great for the elves. Any number of target Shapeshifters you control have base power and toughness of 4/4. So the Vandals can become 4/4s. The Realmwalkers can become 4/4s. This is very, very good. It says Shapeshifter as well, and this is a Shapeshifter, so the Mimic can become a 4/4 also, which is quite cool. And, furthermore, choose up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Each creature with power 4 or greater you control deals damage equal to its power to that permanent. So, 4, 8, 12 will be able to basically knock out anything that they have in play. So a little bit of removal for us as well. That's the deck. That is every single card. We have 6 Snow Islands, 10 Snow Forests, 4 Barkchannel Pathways, and the Faceless Havens that we already talked about. So to recap, our main objective is to stack as many Warmasters as we can. We also want to stack the Canopy Tacticians. We can, go to Stack Town via the Reflections of Littjara, and then using the Moritte of the Frost, the Glasspool Mimic on top of it, hopefully, right? Flooding the field with the Realmwalkers and the Vandals, playing from the top of our library. Littjara in play, they all become 4/4s. We have spot removal. By this time, we've made 15 1/1 tokens that are now 4/4s because of the Tacticians. We give them all +2/+2 death touch, and we attack for lethal. Again, triggering the Warmaster each turn with our Preserver, ramping into the Reflections with the Winter, with the Visionary. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So thank you guys again for your time and attention. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, your families, your MTG playgroups. Support financially if you can afford to do so on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, or Amazon, and our Grave Viking Games. Of course, if you're watching this live today and we get 100 likes, I will pull a comment at random to give $10 to Grave Viking Games via a gift card for you. So you can purchase some Magic Gathering Arena codes free of charge just by supporting the channel. And again, we do this giveaway every single video. That's twice a day. Show up to the live premiere, hit that like button, comment on the video, and you might just win. Of course, there's more than that, though. We do have the 500,000 gem giveaway still going on. 100 one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, also coming with $20 each. We have the free cash prize monthly tournaments on MTG Melee, Brawl, and Artisan. Sign up for those. Just look up Hello Good Game on Melee to win some prizes with the community. And, lots more going on. So come introduce yourself within the Discord. Say hello. And, I'm looking forward to meeting you. Thanks again for your time and attention. Enjoy today's gameplay footage, and I'll be back in a few moments to wrap up. Going second, illegal. We can't allow it. Absolutely ridiculous. Someone should charge this man. They're using the dragon, Selesnya sleeves. Going first. The audacity. It almost looks like Naya sleeves. You get a little bit of orange or red there on the side. Snow Forest. Copycat. No, Chandler. We're not playing that, so we'll allow them their freedom. Probably using the Mimic to copy the Visionary. It's always good to grab a draw and then have that mana available as well. Into the Sculptor right away here. don't really have a great hand. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get blasted. Let's take the draw. I mean, our best bet is to grab that Vandal or whatever. And then we can kill the henge. Alright, here it comes. Nice. Okay, we don't even have a Vandal in hand. So this is horrid. Do they have a play on top of it as well? It's a ram through. Primal Might. Oh my god. Full combo. Alright, we're copying the Warmaster, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they don't have any more fight effects. Maybe we can just go super wide. I do not know. We're going to play the Moritte here on the Warmaster. And then we'll have 3 copies of it. But, you know, I'm not feeling super confident within this matchup. How it started. Going against a turn 4 henge without an answer is something. So at the very least, they should be playing their Lovestruck Beast. I'm not entirely sure what they're waiting on. Let's let them figure it out, though. Land in play. Beast goes out. Takes the draw. Who's out? Takes the draw. Great. That's really cool. Cool, 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 cool. We take our Visionary, which we actually need to kill the henge. So that's awkward. Alright, let's make some tokens, I guess. No attacks. This match is messy. We don't have the value that's stored in that henge, though. Like, they'll just outvalue us to the moon. Unless we can pull Littjara. And then, you know, pull Tacticians. Again and again and again. Right? Even Warmasters, if we pulled those again and again. But, hey, I don't know. I don't know, man. I do know they need trample. Right? I'd kill the Haven. I'll be honest. I'd kill the Ooze as well. There's a couple cards that I would try to kill from them. Otherwise, we're just chump blocking. Oh, just hardcast Gem Razor. Again, for the draw. And that's got some trample. So, a little annoying. I don't know why they didn't put it onto the Shambler, though. They just want the draws. Being greedy. Really? Wow, okay. It's too bad it's a... So, because this is a copy, would this... Can we cast multiples of this? No, because Elvish Warmaster is a legendary. We could cast, but it would have to be on something else. Okay, so let's preserve. Right, we get the goods. Take action, sure. Decline. We don't need to do it multiple times. No attacks. End our turn. I mean, it's actually kind of swaying out in our favor somehow. We need something meaningful to copy that's not the Warmaster. It's their turn here. I'm going to Preserver if they attack. Or on their end step. Another Gem Razor. Gosh dang it! But, you know, we kept up with the mono red deck. We're keeping up with the mono green deck. I see no problems with this. I would kill that Haven as well. They might get greedy and go all in. I don't know. They have lots of life, so they could take the back crack. You know what I mean? And just kind of go for it. The person attacking is always at disadvantage. Right, because they don't get to declare blockers. The trample is nice, though. We'd have to deal with that. Which we can. Yeah, they do go right for it. So we get 3 more 1/1s. Which I don't think is enough. I think they probably just have lethal. It's upsetting. It is upsetting. But we're upsetting them too, right? We don't like this. We don't have mana. I mean, we could untap, but I need to use this as a blocker. I'm not sure what the holdup is here. Right? They're like, no, you have to concede. Nice, bro. Decline. Make the 1/1, decline, make the 1/1, decline, make the 1/1, decline, make the 1/1. All while we're waiting for our opponent to resolve them one at a time, I guess. We might win this just from rope out. They were worried about the attack and now they're straight up upset about it. Let's see though. This is definitely not me. Like, this is them. 100%. They've used another timeout here. They don't have any left. This is their last rope. Very classy stuff. Noob gone crazy. Decline. Yes, there are more triggers to press through. I don't know why they didn't press resolve all. This is just great. Decline. Are they gonna push it to the limit? Wow. Okay, we still have to block. Which is a lot of fun. Let's do 5 here, right? We can kill, you know, this thing really easily. Right, that's dead. 1, 2, 3 on the Haven. Right? 1, 1, 2 on the Ooze. Right, that's done. Now we chump block the beast. Chump block the other beast. Chump block the mammoth. And Shambler. Oh, I know what we do. Which one to use legendary? This one is. Right, because we're going to play this on top of it. Or do we play this on top of it and make them all trigger? No, we'll do that. We'll just trade with it this way. I think that's more effective. I mean, I'm not pleased with it. It's a good amount of value for us, though. Wow. So that cleans up the field a lot. Let's just immediately triple down here. We can go up by 1. The rest of these are auto-climbed because we don't have the mana. It just sucks because they have the Great Henge, though, you know what I mean? No attacks. So even with all of this, we're still in just a terrible spot. Let's see if they're even still here, right? It would be hard for me to imagine them not being. And they roped us. Just really classy. Another Ooze in play, which has a full graveyard to just eat up, eat up, eat up. Alright. This is going to be the longest game. Lovestruck Beasts can't attack right now, which is nice. But they can defend, which is terrible for us. We could eventually, for 7 mana, start death touching our tokens. Right, and the Canopy will provide that mana for us. I'm nervous, but it doesn't feel that bad. Tactician in play. Ooze is gonna just do its thing, right? Sure, 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 sure. You do you. You know, the Ooze is actually pretty upsetting. You know, it keeps us from destroying the Great Henge. And it's a massive body, but it doesn't have trample until the next Gem Raiser. Right? So that's gonna be the tricky part here. Doesn't have trample until the next Gem Raiser hits. We decline all these enters. Right, we don't have the mana to put any +1/+1s on it. We do have quite a formidable field, though. And we're going to play this Realmwalker, and we're just going to start playing from the top. And you can call me Mr. Henge. Doing our best against some of the best techs in the game every single day. That's what you guys get on this channel. No attacks. Just chilling, right? We're hanging out, relaxing, right? We need to avoid a 1/1 drop. I cannot believe it. Boom! Simic Elves. Treating us right, you guys. We just took down a Great Henge. I absolutely love it. They must have been sitting on land and getting pretty upset about that. Oh, yeah, and we had the Realmwalker to drop. Like, I was actually starting to get excited for the rest of this match, right? I was, like, worried and scared the whole time. They attacked. You know, we had really good blocks because of the flash that they didn't expect. And then we started to come back. Oh, my gosh. That was good. Going first. All the right cards in hand. You know, well, no, we don't have a blue source. We do not have a blue source. That's very awkward. But if we can just grab one, it would be cool. If we could just grab a blue source, it would be really cool. Warmaster in play. Hopefully there's not a red source into a stomp. That would be absolutely heartbreaking. Blue source. Willow Haven, my go-to right now. Another Warmaster. Stop it. We might not have the land, but we've got the firepower. Wish we had the land and we could get this Tactician out. I really want Littjara out as well. I guess we could call this Littjarian Elves. That's a good name for it. Cultivate. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a bloodbath. Genesis Ultimatum. Coming down in 2 turns. Alright, we get the right land. Blessed. Let's do it up. We get the draw. We make 2 1/1s. Oh, we get the land for Littjara. We get a massive hit. But I don't know if there's time. It's just going to get Ugined with the Genesis Ultimatum. Right? They played a 5 here. They have 6. Ultimatum is next turn. I'm so sad. We just have to Tactician and go for lethal. Oh. Which we still have, do we not? Hello, good game. Glug, 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 glug. Woo! We are taking down top decks. I love it. Okay, so we get to go first. I love that. The hand's a little bit awkward, but beggars can't be choosers. We're going first. We have 3 land of the appropriate colors. I normally will just take this off principle, right? We have no landfall triggers. We have no 1-drops. So let's just immediately start thinning our library. Again, the percentage change is irrelevant, but it can help. It can help. It can help. So let's get after it. Boom, that's an island. That's a forest. This is nice for taking out Annex. Oh man, we're gonna get stomped so hard, but let's just try it. We'll do our playline. It could be a Frostbite as well. You know, it's a little bit of an awkward matchup for us. Ooh. I would definitely trade with that robber, I think, there. And we're potentially at 4. But again, there's no artifacts going on, really, so... let's just toss out. No attacks, end our turn. Not proud of it. I guess we're hoping that Annex enters. And of course, we would have to trade with the Sculptor. We need a creature in our graveyard. So, you know, we're looking for that 3rd land to enter. We're looking for Annex to enter play. Then the attack. Then we trade. Then we remove Annex with Vandal. That's our best bet. But, you know, it's going to be awkward. So I think we still trade here. Like, I'm all for removing these robbers. It's too bad we didn't have these other, you know, Vandals in play already. So that's all right. You know, there's still nothing really going on here, so let's just take the draw. No attacks, end our turn. We do have a fight effect within our Changeling, the Shapeshifter. Choose F2-1, target creature or planeswalker. Each creature with power 4 or greater deals damage equal to its power to that permanent. So, you know, we just have to choose something of theirs. Get a tactician. What? Nice. We're getting the combo wombo. Right? Oh, there's an Embercleave here. I imagine on the Visionary, right? Little awkward. So the Visionary goes to the grave, which surprisingly is good for us. We take more damage than I'd like. We kill the robber still. Let's take out the cleave. Visionary goes. It's not that bad. Let's hit for 2. So, we have the Tactician. We have the Realmwalker. Maybe Realmwalker's best? Both of their robbers are gone. They're down to 3 cards. They do have the Havens in play, but the Changeling should kind of help that. We will have to see, though. Ooh. They're thinking about it, right? It's probably an uncomfortable position for them to be in as a red deck. We have lots more answers. Oh. Well, not for that, we don't. So we have 3 available mana. It's gonna have to get there eventually. Let's match the damage output. Right? Oh, if they Embercleave us again, we're probably just dead anyways. We don't have anything to exile, so we don't get to remove it. Let's end our turn. I think we just Tactician. But it's going to be scary. If they have a cleave here, you know, we're in a bad spot. Bad spot, bad spot. Dragon OP. Dragon OP. At the very least, you know what I mean? We're holding our own against one of the best decks in the meta. Not getting walked over. Even though, you know, they got that cleave out right away. They took, you know, many of our good cards with the robber. I'm just curious what's going through their mind here. This is a long decision. Huh. So they probably have another Embercleave is the thing. Interesting. 4 mana. What are they doing with it? Nothing. It's gone. So that's super awkward. We don't double block, even though we want to. We take the damage down to 7. That sucks. I mean, they could play our Warmaster. Our turn. We have to do it. And then hopefully... Oh, this is untapped Snowland. For some reason, I was thinking this was, just tap for mana. What am I thinking? We have to make a little bit of an adjustment to the deck. That's on me. So we should have definitely double blocked. We definitely should have double blocked. That's okay. You're down to 11. I'm going to put some Snowlands in the deck, don't worry. Kind of an awkward day for me. I cannot believe this does not just tap to add mana. The whole time here today I thought it did. Well, we built the deck. That's hilarious. We even playtested it for a second on stream. Nobody said anything earlier. Let's try to finish the match out. I have faith. I have faith. Faceless Haven activates that robber, though, and that's annoying for me. We're in a really, really bad spot. Nice. They could still cleave us here, right? Like, we're just... super dead. And I think they meant to last turn, but they... Oh, like, they used their mana on the wrong phase. Right? 2, 4, 5... Like, they have enough. So I'm pretty sure there's just a delicious cleave here for lethal, but... No. Okay, how can we get back in the air? I mean, we could have went down to 1, but then, you know, a shock, a stomp, that kills us. Which they did have for 4 damage. Woof. This charger can no longer die either, so that's just good game. Right? I mean, they just annihilate us, but... We tried. We tried. Land! Let's untap one of these Snowlands that we don't have. Good game. We'll show ourselves out. Let's fix the deck and get another match going. Alright, our opponent goes first again, and we have double Littjaras. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Yes, yes, yes. It is me. The one and only. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. This would be 5. That means we don't need it. Maybe we pretend we're a rogue deck. If we double copied the Mimic, that would be sick. It's going to be a matter of survival, though. This is a good start. Giants are, like, relatively slow, right? Boom, more lands. I'd like some Warmasters and stuff, please. At a certain point. I mean, we're in danger of damage here as well. Let's take that draw. Okay, first Warmaster has landed. No attacks end turn. We have Littjara out. We're still at 20 life. Littjara might work really well with something like Cyclone Giant as well. You know, maybe more of a tempo build where there's lots of bouncing. No blocks. We take 3. Dang it. Did they have another? No way. Okay. A good start. There's no way they have a counterspell. What? Wow. That's sad. That sucks so bad. We're taking 7 damage next turn. Yeah, we're just too far behind. The negate hosed us. We pick up a land next turn, or even without it, we'll use the Visionary. So we can, you know, double Warmaster, copy them. We'll have 4 Warmasters. Oh my gosh, down to 7. I'm sure we're just dead. Oh, deep breaths. This is helpful. This is helpful. I'm just really worried about our health total. We got it in play, though. I think this is the first time we've had it enter play. That's nice. This is definitely the deck to do it in. And we're close. It's really close. So again, 2 more Warmasters. That's 4 this turn. Which is great. We end our turn. I still think we're super hosed, but... Oh, it just has flying. Are you kidding me? Oh, we've got the reach, but it's still sucks a lot. It's too bad we didn't have extra mana up. Oh. Nice. So that's just game. Good game. I want to, you know, do the thing because we had it in play. So this is it, right? It's doing lots of stuff. That's fun. But they just wiped us anyways, right? So it was fun. Right? But they wiped us. If it wasn't for that wipe, I think we'd be winning this match. But they just have lethal, of course, right? So we hit him with the hearts. That was a good game, at least for deck representation. You know, we're in a little bit of a losing streak here, but we are not. All right, so I can't believe we forgot the Snowlands off the start. Good. It did allow us to, you know, hit that drawing board again. We added the Havens, and then the deck outperformed Mono Green, which is one of the highest value decks right now. So I like where this is sitting right now. I think that we need more Vandals. I think that we need more Bears of Littjara. I think we need a 4th Preserver, right? So we're looking at 4-5 cards that we need to add. What in the world do we cut? Do we just give up on the Sculptor of Winter? There's 4 cards there. And we drop a land? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do I really need 4 copies of the Masked Vandal? Do I need 4 copies of the Preserver? And do I need 4 copies of Littjara? Littjara could probably go to 3. The Vandal should probably go to 4. And the Preserver definitely needs to go to 4. Maybe the Vandal can go to 3 as well. And I think the Sculptor of Winter would go. Or the Visionary. Maybe a single realm. I don't know. It's very hard because the consistency here is nice. Having all of those elves to drop on the Warmaster is nice. So we need to keep, you know, maybe the Bears of Littjara at 2 or 3 because it doesn't trigger the Warmaster. It is nice, though. It does fit with the deck, you know, exceedingly well. But, of course, you know, that's for another day. I'm trying to take a more relaxed approach to my channel in the next month while winter ends and spring comes about. I'm burnt out, you guys. It's probably not hard to tell. Putting in 2 videos a day, everything, you know, I'm doing all my editing, all the SEO, thumbnails, the deck building, like these are all my own lists. You know, I'm testing them, I'm tweaking them, and then recording. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a full-time job. So I've been trying to trim the video length, right? That's the first way that I've been gaining some of my life back. You know, so shorter videos, and then, you know, I'm trying to trim down the stream time as well. You know, just a little break. This isn't forever. My Starlink should be here sometime soon, and that's going to really help out the process as well. You know, to get rid of that time driving to do my uploads is going to be nice. And I think just generally it will speed everything up, which I'm really looking forward to. So, you know, I am in this for the long haul, and it becomes a bit of a balancing act, especially if you have maybe my personality type, where it's like I don't stop. Like, I'll stop because I was forced to stop, and even then I'm not happy about it. So, you know, this is different for me, to actually try to and that's just it. Like, I can't stop, but I can try to, you know, slow down and, you know, maybe implement some of the 80-20 principle, I guess you could call it, where we just try to trim a little bit of the fat and focus on, you know, that 20% that provides 80% of the value, which, you know, it's these YouTube videos every single day for you guys. It's the new decks. So thank you guys all. I appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, support the channel financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, our Amazon link, and our Grave Viking Games link. All of the links will be in the description below within the link tree. You can also easily Google it. Just Google Hello Good Game link tree, and you will find it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thank you guys again. Enjoy another video right after this one on me, and we'll see you in just a few seconds.